Are you getting 8 hours of sleep but still waking up exhausted? If you're over 45 and feel like you've been hit by a truck every morning, even after a full night in bed, you might be caught in what I call the menopause sleep trap. This isn't just about getting less sleep. It's about your sleep quality being completely hijacked by hormonal changes that most women don't even realize are happening. Here's the shocking truth. During menopause, you can spend 8 hours in bed and get only 4 hours of actual restorative sleep. Your brain cycles are disrupted, your sleep architecture collapses, and you wake up feeling like you didn't sleep at all. And the worst part? Most women blame stress, aging, or lifestyle when the real culprit is hormonal chaos. In this video, we're going to reveal exactly why menopause destroys your sleep quality and, more importantly, how to escape this exhausting trap and wake up feeling refreshed again. Before we dive in, let's understand what's really happening. Sleep isn't just about being unconscious for 8 hours. Your brain goes through specific cycles: light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep, each serving crucial functions for physical recovery, memory consolidation, and emotional regulation. During menopause, estrogen and progesterone don't just affect your periods and hot flashes. These hormones are master regulators of your sleep architecture. When they fluctuate and decline, they literally rewire how your brain sleeps, leaving you trapped in light, unrestorative sleep cycles that make you feel exhausted no matter how long you're in bed. Let's break down exactly what's happening and how to fix it. The first trap is that menopause fundamentally changes your sleep architecture, the structure of your sleep cycles. You're spending too much time in light sleep and not enough time in the deep restorative stages that actually recharge your body and brain. Normal sleep progresses through 4 stages: light sleep, stage 1, deeper sleep, stage 2, deep sleep, stage 3, and REM sleep. You cycle through these stages about every 90-120 minutes, typically completing 4 to 5 cycles per night. Deep sleep is when your body repairs tissues, consolidates memories, and releases growth hormone. REM sleep is crucial for emotional regulation and brain detoxification. Estrogen and progesterone are like conductors of your sleep orchestra. Estrogen helps regulate your circadian rhythm and promotes REM sleep, while progesterone acts like a natural sedative, promoting deep sleep by enhancing GABA production in your brain. When these hormones decline, your sleep cycles become fragmented and shallow. Meet Diana and Susan, both 51. Diana used to be able to sleep through anything, but now she tosses and turns all night, spending most of her time in light sleep stages. She wakes up multiple times, never feeling like she reaches that deep, restorative sleep. Her sleep tracker shows she's getting 7-8 hours, but she feels like she's barely slept. Susan experienced the same changes but understood they were hormonal. She worked with a sleep specialist who helped optimize her sleep architecture through targeted interventions, and now she wakes up refreshed despite the same amount of time in bed. Research shows that menopausal women spend significantly less time in deep sleep and experience more fragmented REM sleep. Studies using sleep monitoring found that postmenopausal women have 30% less deep sleep and 25% more light sleep compared to premenopausal women. This explains why you can be in bed for 8 hours, but feel like you've only had a few hours of actual rest. If you wake up feeling like you've been in a boxing match, if your sleep tracker shows lots of restless periods, or if you feel tired even after seemingly adequate sleep, your sleep architecture may be compromised by hormonal changes. The second trap is that menopause breaks your brain's temperature regulation, causing you to wake up multiple times per night due to overheating or sudden temperature changes, even when you don't have obvious hot flashes. Your body naturally drops its core temperature by 1 to 2 degrees to initiate and maintain deep sleep. This temperature drop signals your brain to release sleep-promoting hormones and reduces cortisol levels. Your brain has a very narrow thermoneutral zone, the temperature range where you can sleep soundly. Estrogen plays a crucial role in your brain's hypothalamus, which acts like a thermostat. It helps maintain that narrow, comfortable temperature range for sleep. When estrogen levels fluctuate during perimenopause or drop during menopause, this thermostat becomes erratic. Your comfortable temperature zone becomes much narrower, and small temperature changes that you used to sleep through now wake you up. Consider Rachel and Jennifer, both 49. Rachel started waking up multiple times per night feeling either too hot or too cold, constantly adjusting blankets and pajamas. She didn't have dramatic hot flashes, so she didn't connect it to menopause. She blamed her mattress, room temperature, and bedding. Jennifer experienced similar temperature disruptions, but realized they coincided with her irregular periods. She addressed the hormonal root cause and implemented temperature management strategies, dramatically improving her sleep continuity. Many women experience temperature-related sleep disruptions without recognizing them as hot flashes. Research shows that even mild temperature fluctuations, as little as 1 degree, can fragment sleep in menopausal women. Your brain may wake you up just before a temperature spike, so you feel the discomfort without understanding why you're awake. Studies show that menopausal women have altered circadian temperature rhythms. The normal nighttime temperature drop that promotes deep sleep becomes irregular and insufficient. This explains why you might feel hot at bedtime, cold in the middle of the night, and overheated in the morning. Your body's temperature regulation is no longer synchronized with your sleep cycles. Create a cooler sleep environment, 65 to 68 degree iners. Use moisture-wicking bedding. Layer clothing so you can adjust easily, and consider cooling mattress toppers. Most importantly, address the underlying hormonal cause rather than just managing symptoms. If you're experiencing these temperature-related sleep issues, comment "temp" below. Understanding that this is hormonal, not just environmental, is the first step to getting relief. The third trap is that menopause depletes your brain's natural sleep-promoting chemicals, leaving you wired and tired simultaneously. You feel exhausted but can't fall asleep. Or you fall asleep but can't stay asleep. Sleep is controlled by a delicate balance of neurotransmitters and hormones. GABA is your brain's main calm-down chemical. Serotonin helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle, and melatonin signals bedtime. Progesterone enhances GABA production, while estrogen helps regulate serotonin. Together, they create the perfect chemical environment for restorative sleep. When progesterone drops, your brain produces less GABA, making it harder to feel calm and relaxed at bedtime. When estrogen fluctuates, it disrupts serotonin production, affecting both your mood and your circadian rhythm. Additionally, both hormones influence melatonin production, so your brain gets confused about when it's time to sleep. Look at Maria and Patricia, both 52. Maria found herself lying awake for hours with a racing mind, feeling physically exhausted but mentally wired. When she did fall asleep, she'd wake up at 3 a.m. with her mind spinning about random things. She tried meditation, chamomile tea, and sleep apps, but nothing addressed the underlying chemical imbalance. Patricia experienced the same tired but wired feeling, but recognized it as hormonal. She worked with a healthcare provider to restore her natural sleep chemistry, and within weeks she was falling asleep easily and staying asleep. This is one of the most frustrating aspects of menopausal sleep problems. Your body feels exhausted, but your brain won't shut off. You might find yourself lying awake, thinking about things that wouldn't normally keep you up, or waking up with anxiety in the middle of the night. This isn't anxiety or stress. It's chemical imbalance caused by hormonal changes. Research shows that progesterone increases GABA activity by up to 50%, which is why it has natural sedative effects. When progesterone drops during menopause, GABA production can decline significantly, leaving your nervous system in a state of arousal. Similarly, estrogen helps regulate serotonin receptors, and when estrogen is unstable, so is your mood and sleep regulation. When your natural sleep chemicals are depleted, you might resort to alcohol, sleep medications, or excessive caffeine to cope. This creates additional disruptions to your sleep chemistry and can worsen the underlying problem. You need to restore the root cause, hormonal balance, rather than just managing symptoms. Support GABA production with magnesium and L-theanine. Consider natural progesterone if appropriate. Maintain consistent sleep timing to support circadian rhythm, and avoid alcohol and caffeine which further disrupt sleep chemistry. The fourth trap is that menopause dramatically increases your risk of developing sleep apnea, a condition where your breathing repeatedly stops during sleep, preventing deep, restorative rest. Many women develop this condition during menopause and don't even realize it. Sleep apnea occurs when the soft tissues in your throat collapse during sleep, partially or completely blocking your airway. Your brain detects the lack of oxygen and briefly wakes you up to resume breathing. This can happen dozens or even hundreds of times per night, fragmenting your sleep and preventing you from reaching deep sleep stages. Before menopause, estrogen and progesterone help keep your upper airway muscles toned and responsive. Progesterone is particularly important as it acts as a respiratory stimulant, helping maintain open airways during sleep. When these hormones decline, the muscles in your throat become more likely to collapse, and your drive to breathe becomes less robust. Think about Linda and Carol, both 50. Linda started snoring for the first time in her life and began waking up with headaches and dry mouth. She felt exhausted during the day despite spending 8 hours in bed. Her partner mentioned she seemed to stop breathing briefly during sleep, but she dismissed it as just snoring. Carol experienced similar symptoms, but recognized that new-onset snoring in menopause could indicate sleep apnea. She got a sleep study, was diagnosed with mild sleep apnea, and treatment dramatically improved her energy and sleep quality. Sleep apnea in women often presents differently than in men. Instead of loud, disruptive snoring, women might have subtle symptoms like morning headaches, difficulty concentrating, mood changes, and fatigue. Because these symptoms overlap with other menopausal symptoms, sleep apnea often goes undiagnosed. Before menopause, women have a much lower risk of sleep apnea than men. However, postmenopausal women develop sleep apnea at rates approaching those of men. Studies show that 47% of postmenopausal women have some degree of sleep-disordered breathing, compared to only 21% of premenopausal women. Even mild sleep apnea can prevent you from reaching deep sleep stages, leaving you feeling unrefreshed despite adequate time in bed. Each breathing interruption fragments your sleep cycles, so you spend the night cycling between light sleep stages without getting the deep, restorative sleep your body needs. New onset snoring, morning headaches, waking up with a dry mouth, feeling tired despite adequate sleep time, difficulty concentrating during the day, and mood changes that seem disproportionate to life stress. If you have multiple warning signs, discuss sleep apnea screening with your healthcare provider. Treatment options range from simple lifestyle changes for mild cases to CPAP therapy for more severe cases. Hormone replacement therapy may also help maintain airway muscle tone in some women. The fifth and final trap is that menopause disrupts your stress hormone regulation, causing cortisol to spike at bedtime and during the night, making it impossible to achieve deep, restorative sleep. Cortisol should follow a predictable pattern, high in the morning to help you wake up, gradually declining throughout the day, and reaching its lowest point at bedtime. This cortisol curve is essential for healthy sleep because low cortisol signals your body that it's safe to enter deep sleep stages. Estrogen helps regulate cortisol production and timing. When estrogen levels fluctuate wildly during perimenopause or drop during menopause, cortisol rhythms become erratic. You might have cortisol spikes at bedtime, during the night, or early morning hours, all of which fragment sleep and prevent deep sleep stages. Meet Karen and Helen, both 53. Karen found herself wide awake at 3 a.m. with her heart racing, mind spinning about work or family issues that didn't seem urgent during the day. She'd lie there for hours feeling anxious and alert, then feel exhausted the next day. She thought it was stress and tried relaxation techniques, but they didn't address the underlying cortisol disruption. Helen experienced similar middle-of-the-night awakenings, but recognized them as hormonal. She worked on rebalancing her cortisol rhythm and was able to sleep through the night again. Many menopausal women experience this specific pattern, falling asleep normally, but waking up between 2–4 a.m. feeling alert and anxious. This is often caused by a cortisol spike during what should be your deepest sleep period. Your brain interprets this cortisol surge as a signal that there's danger, so it wakes you up and keeps you alert. Research shows that menopausal women often have altered cortisol rhythms, with higher nighttime cortisol levels compared to premenopausal women. This elevated nighttime cortisol prevents the brain from entering and maintaining deep sleep stages. It also explains why you might wake up feeling anxious about things that don't normally worry you. Poor sleep further disrupts cortisol regulation, creating a vicious cycle. When you don't get enough deep sleep, your cortisol rhythm becomes even more erratic the next day, making it harder to sleep the following night. This cycle can continue for months or years, leaving you chronically exhausted. Addressing cortisol disruption requires both lifestyle strategies and often hormonal support. Evening cortisol can be reduced through magnesium, meditation, gentle movement, and avoiding stimulating activities before bed. However, the most effective approach is often addressing the underlying hormonal imbalance that's driving the cortisol disruption. Difficulty falling asleep despite feeling tired, waking up between 2 to 4 a.m., feeling alert, morning anxiety or overwhelm, feeling tired but wired at bedtime, and difficulty winding down in the evening. Now that you understand the 5 traps that are sabotaging your sleep, let's talk about how to escape them and start waking up refreshed again. While you can manage individual symptoms, the most effective approach is addressing the underlying hormonal imbalance that's driving all of these sleep disruptions. This might include bioidentical hormone replacement therapy can restore estrogen and progesterone levels, helping to rebuild healthy sleep architecture, regulate temperature, restore natural sleep chemistry, and normalize cortisol rhythms. Even while addressing hormones, you can support better sleep cycles through consistent sleep timing, cool sleep environment, 65-68 degree Celsius, blackout curtains and minimal noise, and avoiding screens 1-2 hours before bed. Support your brain's natural sleep chemicals with magnesium for GABA production, L-theanine for relaxation, and avoid alcohol, which disrupts sleep chemistry, even if it helps you fall asleep initially. Create multiple layers of temperature control with cooling mattress toppers or fans, moisture-wicking sleepwear and bedding, and keep bedroom temperature on the cooler side. Support healthy cortisol rhythms through morning sunlight exposure, regular exercise, but not close to bedtime, stress management techniques like meditation or gentle yoga, and consistent meal timing. If you have warning signs, get properly evaluated. Treatment can dramatically improve sleep quality and energy levels. With proper intervention, most women notice improvements in sleep quality within 2 to 4 weeks, with significant improvements in energy and mood within 2 to 3 months. However, this requires addressing the root cause rather than just managing symptoms. Work with healthcare providers who understand the menopause-sleep connection. This might include a menopause specialist, sleep medicine physician, or functional medicine practitioner who can address both hormonal balance and sleep optimization. If you're ready to escape the menopause sleep trap, comment "sleep" below and share which trap resonated most with you. Understanding what's really happening is the first step to getting your energy and life back. The menopause sleep trap is real, and it's not your fault. When you understand that your exhaustion isn't due to stress, aging, or lifestyle choices, but rather to specific hormonal changes that disrupt sleep architecture, temperature regulation, brain chemistry, breathing patterns, and stress hormone balance, you can finally address the root cause. You don't have to accept feeling exhausted as an inevitable part of aging or menopause. Your brain and body are designed to sleep well, but they need the right hormonal environment to do so. By understanding these 5 traps and taking targeted action, you can escape the cycle of exhaustion and start waking up feeling refreshed and energized again. Remember, getting 8 hours in bed isn't the same as getting 8 hours of restorative sleep. Quality matters more than quantity, and when you address the underlying hormonal disruptions, you can achieve both. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you understand why you're waking up tired despite getting enough sleep, please like this video and subscribe for more content about navigating menopause with knowledge and solutions. Share this video with other women who are trapped in the exhaustion cycle. Understanding what's really happening is the first step to getting relief. Leave a comment below sharing your own experience with menopausal sleep issues and which strategy you're going to try first. You deserve to sleep well and wake up feeling refreshed. This phase of life should be about wisdom and vitality, not chronic exhaustion. With the right understanding and support, you can reclaim your energy and feel like yourself again. Thanks for watching, and sweet dreams.